Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. Wow, what an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class, that's the digital asset space. Listen, my friends, you and I, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we are winning, my friends. We're winning. Rapid Kahneman shares this. I wanted to share this with you guys. United States House Committee on Agriculture, which holds jurisdiction over commodity exchanges, published a pamphlet on digital asset myths, including the July XRP decision that it is the offering that determines security sales, not an inherent quality, just like Judge Torres ruled, right? Interesting. So, House Committee on Agriculture Chairman G.T. Thompson, myth versus facts. FIT for the 21st Century Act. Myth, all digital assets other than Bitcoin are securities and should be regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Fact, not all digital assets are securities. While some digital assets can be offered as part of an investment contract, and some may be tokenized, a clear framework for determining when a digital asset is not a security is critical. The SEC relies on the Supreme Court's Howey test to characterize certain digital assets as securities because they may have been offered as part of an investment contract. There is significant ambiguity with respect to how the Howey test should be applied to digital asset transactions. The XRP decision in July of 2023 determined that XRP was only part of an investment contract when offered directly by Ripple to institutional investors. The decision called into question the SEC's position that practically all digital assets are securities. The SEC's policy was rejected by the court, which highlights the need for legislation. Good stuff from Rapid Kahneman there. Very, very good stuff. And the fact that it's coming from the U.S. House Committee on Agriculture is that weighs a lot. That means a lot for sure. And then we got, of course, Janet Yellen talking about for assets that are securities in a public statement, which means that they're beginning to realize that there are going to be some things that are going to be securities and there are going to be some things that are not, and that we're going to need legislation. If you got Janet Yellen saying that, referencing and highlighting for things that are not securities, for crypto that are not securities, is what she said. That's massive. So, Rapid Kahneman, I appreciate you, my guy. I know we've had some back and forth in the past, and I appreciate you, bro. So, A Steady Spine Art says this. We've upgraded our UNL validator 2.2 to 2.1.0. Voting also he didn't say yay, he just said voting also. AMM amendment. Why? We strongly believe the automated market maker could increase the liquidity of the whole XRPL ecosystem. Facts. Facts. And speaking of that, let me see. Let me cover this real quick because, for the XRP content creators who continue to hate on Bitcoin, even though they hold some, says Tom Emmer says, great news. The Energy Information Administration is backing down on its emergency, quote unquote, demand for Bitcoin miners to share proprietary information. We rejected this administration's abuse of emergency authority and common sense prevailed. Now, how about that? Senator Loomis says this in response to the EIA saying that they're backing down. The EIA will not enforce any requirement to file Form EIA 862, nor seek or impose any fines, penalties, or other adverse consequences based on a failure to respond to the survey through March 22nd of 2024. Senator Loomis said, today marks a very important victory at the intersection of Bitcoin and American energy. We must continue to be vigilant to defend American innovation from bureaucratic overreach. in whatever terms, in whatever form it takes. Pretty cool stuff. But again, liquidity. I highly recommend you guys go check out Mickey B. Fresh on Medium. Mickey B. Fresh on Medium. If you want to level up your IQ about the asset that you hold and the XRPL ledger, highly recommend you check out Mickey B. Fresh on Medium. Don't listen to the noise. Level up your IQ about what it is that you hold. It's not enough to just be hoped up, fam. That's not enough. It's okay, but it's alone by itself is not enough. As we enter into the next chapter of our journey in 2024, says Mickey B. Fresh, a year that is shaping up to be radically transformative for the XRP ledger ecosystem and the XRP community, new groundbreaking enhancements are on the horizon that are set to redefine the boundaries of the XRPL ledger. The automated market maker EVM sidechain, the X-chain, which is a cross-chain bridge, and decentralized identifier, DID, are the three big amendments we are anxiously awaiting to be passed through governance process by UNL validators. As each are integrated into the network layer of the XRP ledger, they will undoubtedly drive a burgeoning demand for the digital asset XRP. This is a call to arms. This is a call to arms for every XRP enthusiast, investor, and visionary to embrace the impending wave of innovation and spread awareness throughout the community. This is a significant shift in what the majority of XRP community has historically focused on, but it's not speculation or hype. This is happening, and we're in the cusp of a massive transformation that's bound to catch many in the community confused as they realize what is happening. And that's the difference, right? Again, we can't just be hoped up. We have to level up our IQ and realize what is going on right now. How can we participate? This is happening, and we're on the cusp of massive transformation that's bound to catch many in the community confused as they realize what is happening. Let's accelerate that process by spreading awareness of the facts and resources for the community to level up their knowledge base, including many of the YouTubers and influencers in the XRP community. The XRP community is mission critical, as Arthur Brittle said 8 years ago. This is now more important than ever before. It's always been about the community. A company called Ripple that leverages the XRPL and the digital assets XRP made a decision to go outside of the community to build their business. Now they're coming on chain. We can argue back and forth about wins and losses. In my opinion, what does it matter? What does matter is they're coming back on chain. They're coming on chain in a big way with this AMM. And I think it's going to be an absolute game changer for sure. You know, so I don't fault them, Ripple, in any way. They made a decision. They came to the fork in the road. They went down the payments route, and the traction's not there yet. I believe the traction will get there. But in crypto, if you want to remain relevant, you're going to have to focus some of your attention on what's going on now in institutional DeFi, institutional grade DeFi. Well, that's happening now. Tokenization of real world assets, yeah, that's happening now. Right? Check out Undo Finance. Check out Centrifuge. These things are happening now. Okay? And trust me, if the Solana ecosystem can win, the XRPL ecosystem can win. Right? It can win. Solana's got some, people don't understand. Solana got some great stuff and some great stuff coming. Fire Dancer is a game changer. It's a game changer, but I'll take the XRPL, baby, over any of them. Right? We just got to put features there so that people can build there. Right? There's builders waiting on the sidelines, for as long as they can afford to wait on the sideline. When we get more features to the XRPL, we'll have more builders of viable dApps and viable projects that people want to use, like Anados Finance, like DexFi.pro, like Orchestra Finance, like Xmatic.org, right? So the good stuff coming. Look for the Uniswap of the XRPL. Tell me if you're excited about that potential in the comments. Look for the Aave if you're familiar with the money market of all money markets. Look for that on the XRPL. Tell me if you're excited about that. Look for the Maker DAO of the XRPL and tell me in the comments if you're excited and looking forward to that. Those things are coming, baby. Those things are coming. Make no mistake about it. They're coming. Shout out to Flair Networks, who took a different path. They came to the fork on the road and said, yeah, we don't need banks and institutions. We'll get this done by way of the community. Right? It's easy to learn from other people's mistakes. I would say it's smart to learn from other people's mistakes. That's Flair Networks for you, fam. Bitcoin's ETF by the SEC is traditional financial institutions are actively developing their tokenization of real-world asset strategies, which will ultimately converge with crypto and DeFi on public blockchains. This is so important. I'm going to read this statement from you. To you from Mickey B. Fresh. The XRP ledger and its growing network of powerful side chains are poised to be at the heart of institutional DeFi. Due to Ripple's pivot away from only Brad Kimes, because Brad Kimes like to keep saying, who says Ripple's failed? Well, Ripple hasn't failed in payments. Ripple's not moving away from payments. Due to Ripple's pivot away from only focusing on cross-border payments towards focusing on tokenization, liquidity, custody, and compliance on the XRPL. Those are my words. Those are my words. Ripple's been quietly building out the necessary ancillary compliance infrastructure and trust anchor verification infrastructure that will go along with decentralized identity verification using decentralized identifiers linked to an XRPL account. The prize to capture institutional DeFi for Ripple and the XRP ledger can be measured in the trillions of dollars on the ledger. I just humbly believe that the liquidity, the network adoption and growth is going to start with the community at the grassroots level. That's my personal opinion. So I'm going to end with this one. What do I want to end with? Imagine the impact. A surge in total value locked as vast quantities of XRP pour into different automated market maker liquidity pools. These AMM pools are the bedrock for a foundation of unified liquidity at the network and protocol layer of the XRPL. That separates it from any other chain and any other AMM. Let me read it again. That's my words. These AMM pools are the bedrock for the foundation of unified liquidity at the network and protocol level of the XRPL ledger. That is what separates it. People hear AMM and they think, well, Uniswap's got one, not like this one. People hear about liquidity providers and think all these DeFi ecosystems have LPs and liquidity. It won't be like this one. They're not at the layer one protocol level. It's a significant difference. Liquidity providers will receive LP tokens, which can serve as a collateral across a spectrum of DeFi apps, ensuring that opportunity costs are not only preserved, but optimized. This unlocks one of DeFi's superpowers, which is composability. One thing working with another thing, working with another thing. right? Just like Solana has. Solana has a staking thing. It's called Marinade, right? You can take the staked Solana and you can put it on a borrow and lending money market thing called MarginFi. You can borrow against the thing that you deposited on MarginFi, and you can take that thing over to Camino Finance. That's composability. Same asset, same value. Take it and move it from one place to the next place, to the next place, to the next place. Composability. And if Solana and that ecosystem can do it, surely it will be done here. Surely. But we just got to understand what that looks like, what that feels like, what that smells like. We don't have to be afraid of it, right? Don't worry, you're not going to, your precious XRP it's not going to go away. You can, at worst, you can do like the wealthy do, right? It's portfolio management. Like I always like to say, look, you don't have to take all your precious XRP and put it somewhere where you can put it some other place, and then you can take that and put it some other place. You can take a percentage. You don't have to be 100% all in. I'm not 100% all in on anything. You don't have to be 100% all in. But surely you got $50. And if you don't have $50, you can borrow from your kid, right? They playing those games, right? They got $50. Shout out to Mickey B. Fresh for sharing this. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. Just search on Google "To the Esteemed XRP Community," a Medium article, an article on Medium, I should say, by my guy, Mickey B. Fresh. Level up, my friends. It's not enough. We can't merely just be hoped up. We have to level up so that you know what it is that we hold, for sure. All right, fam, listen, this wraps up your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you've been hanging out watching the crypto season, you have enjoyed the hangout, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.